Hey everyone, it's Alyssa here. I want to talk to you today about creating your sacred space as an artist. There are some very common things that I hear from clients and that I've experienced myself that come up when we are struggling to create consistently. Number one is being easily distracted. So I know this one intimately as someone who's neurodivergent and also undiagnosed ADHDer. Um, it is like a real challenge to be able to focus. There are many, many ways that this can be overcome, and I go through them in depth in my workshop, Create Your Sacred Space for Artists. The second reason is feeling like there's not enough time. This often comes down to us just not being fully in alignment with our time and energy. So this can look like just having energy leaks in the form of our environment, in the people that we are around. And the third is I don't know what to focus on. This can come up when we feel like we have so many projects that we want to do. We're multi-passionate, dynamic creatives, and it can sometimes feel very overwhelming or confusing. And that's definitely a real struggle. The third is, or wait, that was number three. And then the fourth is, what if it isn't good? Like, what if what I'm making isn't good enough? What if it's shit? What if I fail? Oftentimes those are like the things that run through our minds and are on our hearts, and we question ourselves. And what I'd like to say to that is that the creative process is messy. The creative process can be chaotic, and that is how we that's how we learn, that's how we grow, that's how we get better, that's how we refine our craft, is by allowing ourselves to do it messy, allowing ourselves to be imperfect, allowing ourselves to go through many, many iterations of shit to get to the gold of our work. And then finally, what if I fail? I think I maybe just mentioned that. Failing is just feedback, and every person who you have heard of and that you know and that you maybe look up to that's super successful, whether it's in the arts or not, has failed so many times. And the only difference that separates someone that is not successful versus someone who is that they've allowed themselves to continue to fail and not getting caught up in making meaning around a failure. So don't make it mean anything about you. Just know that like you just took another step towards your success. Success is inevitable if you keep going. The only way that you can't get there with your work, with your art, with your creative endeavors in the world is if you give up. So if you're interested in really moving deeper into these limitations that you're feeling, and then also consciously, deliberately creating your sacred workspace, please comment below, because I have a 30-minute workshop that is all about this, and we go deeper into it, and we just go step by step dismantling these parts of our resistance that we experience. And then the second half of the workshop is all about creating your sacred space to finally go from feeling like dread and fear to creating consistently. Thanks for watching.